Schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
We actually all play an attacking strongly and predicting those runners. Use the play to report this person running 27 and not running the IHSAA. Let's report the student athletes and coaches
Summit City for 15% off all power washing services. That's CoachMedia.com. Take a look at the two teams. Really Rockets, the head coach of North Side, only 61-32 this year at North Side. Second rating, good for 293 overall and 93rd in Class 4A. The last outing for Northside was a loss to Concordia, 64-25. Northrop defeated DeKalb last night when they came from behind to win 54-43. Last time these two teams met was back on January 11th. It was Northrop winning 53-31. We've got about 3.5 minutes before we get started here. My name's Ryan Dellinger. My cameraman Ryan Stillebauer. We're about ready to go. We generally run a few minutes early here at DeKalb, and we won't complain about that. And if you're bored, try to get out here and make it to the games. Man, there's just nobody in the stands tonight. We'd love to see some more people come out and support these athletes. Our officials here in this game will be James Payne, Ken Denlinger, and Jason Dice. Why don't we go ahead and take our final timeout? When we come back, we'll have the start of the semifinals live from DeKalb High School. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on. Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports.
Now it's about time to meet the starters here in our first semifinal game. Northrop got here last night. They beat a good DeKalb team. They fell behind by 11 points and then stormed back and was able to beat that DeKalb team that started out hot. They were up to an 11-point lead at one point, and then they were able to come back and take down DeKalb with Northrop behind Scott's big man and great adapter. So just about time for the starters for the Northside Lady Legends.
And now introducing the starters for Northside High School. Number 1, Trinity Mitchell. Number 2, Jewel Roy. Number 3, Caitlin Wilchard. Number 5, Mikayla Wilchard.
The starters again for the north side, they'll be Mitchell, Ruel, Reggie, Wilchard, and Colby. They'll put Jamie Waffles on the season. The Lady Legends averaging about 36 points a game. And now for the Northrop Bruins.
Number 5, Janisha Stats. Number 21, Diana White. Number 23, Amanda Thatcher. Number 33, Trina Thatcher. And number 40, Anaya Moore. Head coach for the Lady Bruins is Rashida Muhammad.
The starters again for the Northrop Bruins. It'll be Scott, Thatcher, White, Bragg, and Datcher. So trying to figure out who's not starting tonight. It looks like Jackson not starting in this game. Look at her over on the sideline. She doesn't look to be too good. She might be a little bit under the weather. So we are just about ready to go here. At DeKalb, it'll be Northrop in their home white uniforms, orange letters and numbers. Northside will be in their red uniforms with white numbers and letters. It'll be Mitchell to jump up against White. James Payne with the ball, and we are underway here at the sectional. Controlled by Scott. She had a big game last night. Had 17 points for the Bruins. Northside will be in a 2-3 zone. White with it now on the left wing, and she'll go back outside to Thatcher. They'll try to throw it inside, and it's picked off. And here comes Coleman. She's a good outside shooter, and I think Northside is already showing us what they want to do here. They want to hold the ball. We've seen this numerous times with them. They want to get a bucket and then just hold the ball. There's Wilcher with a quick jumper. No good. Coleman with the offensive board. And it's blocked by Datcher. Quickly up the court comes Thatcher. She'll throw it outside to Bragg, and it's picked off by the Legends. And then I think Wilcher might have dribbled out of bounds, and there will be a turnover on each team, and the ball will go back to Northrop with 7:21 to play. It'll be Tiana White to throw it in. Scott with it now. And she'll go left side now to White, and White will throw it up top to Thatcher. Thatcher over to Scott on the right wing, and up top now to Bragg. Bragg got some good time last night against a good DeKalb team. Inside to Datcher. She had one of the big games last night. Misses the shot, and it comes down to Coleman. Coleman now with 2 rebounds, and she'll head the other way for the Legends. No scoring here early. I mentioned this last night. One of the big things is these schools did not have any school for most of the week as Wilcher gets flattened there by Datcher. No call, and we'll go the other way. The officials letting them play here early as Scott will get in the lane. A little runner up and good. And there's going to be a travel called on Wilcher. James Payne will handle the ball to Tiana White, and she'll give it up to Scott. She'll come across the timeline, and Northrop will get ready to go into their offense. Left side now to White again. White in the corner to Bragg, and she'll look up top, and it's picked off by Coleman. 3 turnovers now on Northrop. She'll tight rope the sideline and goes right to the hoop, gets bumped, throws it up off the glass. Thatcher, can she outrun Coleman? Nope, Coleman will catch it and throw it. No, she'll say Coleman was out of bounds when she touched the ball, and she's looking down at her wrist. She ran into the bench of Northrop. And the ball goes back to the Bruins. Right side now to Thatcher, in the corner to White. She'll face up, throw it inside to Thatcher, and tipped out of bounds by Drava Thatcher. And it's a turnover on the Bruins, and they've already got 4 on the season, averaging about 20. The Northrop Bruins field goal percentage right around 39%, and from three-point land only shooting about 22%. Northside 27% from the outside and only 20% as Ruel comes right down and pops and hits for the Legends, and we're tied up. And now Northside will pick up full court. And a travel on Bragg. 5 turnovers now on Northrop, and up off the bench comes Perry for the Bruins, and she'll check in. Out of the game comes Bragg. I wonder what's wrong with Destiny Jackson. She looks to be a little gimpy over there on the bench, so I don't know if she got hurt in the warm-ups or what. She's really stretching out her back. Inbounded now to Chambers. Over to Wilcher. And right side, Mitchell will launch and hit it. And north side with an early lead. The ball's thrown away, and it will go right back to the Legends. And it looks like Rashada Muhammad going to use a timeout here. Timeout on the court. Northrop will take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
So running play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Turnovers plaguing Northrop here early. They trail by 2 with 5:19 to play in their first quarter. This is the first semifinal as Chambers will throw it left side to Wilcher. She'll cross-court it over to Ruel, who will lose it off her fingers and pick it up. She's a pretty good point guard in the conference. Mitchell with it now. She'll quickly shoot again. Misses, and it comes down to Datcher. Scott with it now for Northrop. She'll drive right, get in the lane, gets bumped, and she's going to get called for a travel. Another turnover on the Bruins. 6 here on them in the first quarter as Wilcher will inbounds, and she'll have Chambers and Ruel right in front of her. Northrop will line up in maybe a 2-2-1 press. Left-handed pass sent forward to Chambers. Good catch by her. And she'll give it back to Ruel. Ruel and Mitchell with the buckets in the early going from north side. Left side to Wilcher now. And out to Chambers. A long 3 on the way, hard off the back of the iron. Mitchell with the offensive board, and she turns it over. Good look inside to White. She'll power it up. She's slapped on the wrist by, I believe, Chambers. And that'll send White to the line to shoot 2.
Chambers at the line for Northrop, shooting 2.
White eyes the first one. It's up. Oh, barely drew iron. And White with the chance to launch the second one. She does, and it's right over the front of the rim and good. A 1-point game with 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. Wilcher with a long baseball pass to Ruel. Tipped away and out of bounds by Datcher. Ruel will inbounds. And she'll give it to Chambers, and Northside will set up their offense. Right side now to Ruel. She looking at her. She had Mitchell wide open under the basket. Didn't see her. Wilcher will cross over in the lane, pick up her own loose ball, pick it up, fire it off the right side of the rim, and Datcher falls down with it, and we'll have a jump ball, I believe. And the possession will go to Northside. Wilcher to inbounds. Chambers will get a screen and then outside to Ruel. She'll pop a long 3 from Angola, and she hits it. Ruel with 5 early points for the Legends. Quickly up to Thatcher comes the Bruins. They'll throw it inside, picked off again, and here comes Ruel. She'll head the other way. Oh, good pass to Chambers, and the left-handed shot up and good. And Northside looking very good here in the opening of this semifinal here at DeKalb. Thatcher with it now. She'll give it to Datcher. Datcher will ball fake, get in the lane, and she's fouled by number 3, Jalen Wilcher, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. 9-3 here early by the Legends. I talked about this with my cameraman on the way up here. I thought this would be a little closer than most people thought. Northrop had to play last night. Northside had the night off, and they were able to just rest those legs as Datcher will launch, and it's soft off the front of the iron. No good. And the free throw problems continue for Northrop. Northrop not extremely deep on the bench as well, as Datcher will launch the second one. No good. And Wilcher with it, and she'll give it to Chambers. Chambers harassed there, throws it ahead to a wide open Ruel. Short off the side of the iron, tipped out, and it comes down to Wilcher. Right side to Ruel, she'll set it out, launch it again, and it's hard off the front of the rim, and it comes down to Scott, and she'll head the other way in transition. And that's a blocking foul. Count the basket. And a foul on Wilcher, and she's getting up a little slow. She hit her head on the floor. And I think they're going to have to send a trainer out to look at her, as she hit her head pretty hard there. And they're going to send both teams to the bench here as Wilcher smacked her head on the court after she tried to take the charge. I'm not sure if it's her head or her leg. She's holding her head and limping at the same time. We've got 3:08 to play here in our first quarter. Northrop on a little bit of a run, down 9-3, and now they've hit a bucket in transition. And got the foul. So Scott will shoot here, the and one. Northrop got here via beating DeKalb last night. The shot up and short, and it comes down to Perry. They'll throw it to Scott. Scott will drive and kick it to Perry. She's got an open 3 look. She fires off the side of the iron. No good. Scott with the board and the layup. Scott with 6 early points here for the Bruins, and she's keeping them in this game early. We got ourselves a 2-point game. There's a tip ball, but it goes right to Chambers. And she'll get called for a double dribble. Looks like we'll have a sub come in for the Northside Lady Legends. And it looks like it's going to be number 22. Chambers will check in for Mitchell. 2:44 to play here in our first quarter. Don't forget, coming up after this, it'll be East Noble versus Carroll. Scott with it now. Ball fakes, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Datcher. They called for an illegal screen. And that's 3 early fouls here in the first quarter on Northrop. Chambers will inbound now to Ruel. Ruel will go left. She's a pretty good point guard. Good look inside. It'll go right over to Wilcher. She'll go to the hoop, fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul will be on Scott, her first, team second. Northside will go to the line to shoot their first 2 free throws of the night. As Shaylin Wilcher will shoot for Northside. Wilcher will shoot the first one wide right. She can give her team a 3-point lead with this foul shot off the side of the iron. No good, and it comes down to Breda Datcher. Datcher will give it up to White and now to Scott. And here comes the Bruins. They can tie or take the lead with this possession. They'll look inside for Datcher. She'll lose control, pick up the ball, get her own loose ball, goes up, shoots, and is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. We'll see who that foul was on North side. Number 32 will pick up the foul. That's Coleman, her first, team's 4th. Datcher at the line to shoot again. Not much legs on these foul shots for Northrop here early. We'll see if they can survive this game. Looks like they might be a little bit out of gas. They played the first game yesterday, and so they had the longest break of the teams that played. And Datcher's second one, no good, and rebounded by White. And she'll put it up and score. And she's got 3 points, and we are tied up at 9 with 2:10 to play here in the first quarter. Coleman with the ball. Now she's got Scott on her. The crossover, going to the hoop, and rolls it off the front of the iron. No good, and Scott will come down with the rebound for Northrop. And she'll start the transition here. She'll look underneath for White. Tough pass there. White comes up with it now to Datcher. Datcher in the lane, has it tipped away and picked off by North side, and then picked off going the other way. Datcher up and good, and guess what? The Bruins have come back, and they now have the lead by 2, 11-9 here with 1:40 to play in our first quarter. Coleman across the timeline, could pick up her dribble and get called for a travel. So both teams having the turnovers rack up here in the first quarter. Northside already with 6, the Bruins with 8. It'll be Perry to inbounds, and she'll give it to Scott. Scott across the timeline, and she'll give it to Thatcher. Thatcher throws it to White. Deflects off her hands. Can she save it? She does. She goes into the front row, though. And Wilcher went after the loose ball, but was out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Northrop. 1:23 to play in our first quarter. It'll be Tiana White, and she'll throw it into Scott, and she'll quickly launch a 3, and it's good. Scott with 9. Scott with as many points as Northside. Now to Coleman on the wing for Northside, and back over to Chambers. She'll give it to Ruel, who'll shoot a quick jumper. No good, but it comes down to Wilcher. She misses it, gets her own rebound, and then falls down and loses the ball. We'll have a foul on the court. 13. Chambers going to get hit with the foul. Her second, team 6. It'll be Tiana White, the inbounds, and she'll give it to Scott. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Scott across the timeline, and she'll throw it right side for Thatcher. Left side to Thatcher, now to White, and all the way around to Scott. Looks inside, and it tips off the fingers of Chambers and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bruins as we'll have some subs. Mitchell comes into the game, along with Reed for North side. Chambers will go out of the lineup. Sounds like a law firm, doesn't it, Rhino? It'll be Datcher to inbounds, and she'll give it to Scott. No, it was a good play there, just missed her. Thatcher will go over to White. Tiana White, left side now to Thatcher. And we've got ourselves 35 seconds to play. Scott will launch another 3. Short off the front of the iron, and it comes down to Coleman. Coleman will push it forward. Dangerous pass to Ruel. She'll catch it, go baseline, stops and pops, and drains it. Ruel with 7 here early. And we've got a ball game here in our first semifinal. Thatcher with it now, and she'll give it to Datcher. Thatcher will drive, get in the lane, loses the handle. It's on the floor now, and we'll have a jump ball, and it will go to Northrop. 8 seconds exactly to play here in our first quarter. Scott will inbounds it. I wonder if they'll run that same play they just ran. Scott will inbounds it. She'll throw it to Thatcher, and she takes a spill as Coleman runs into her. And Coach Wappus, I think I tend to agree with her. That was just a loose ball thrown up for anybody. And they'll call Coleman for her second. And now Northrop in the bonus the rest of the first half. So the second quarter could take a while to play. 6.6 seconds as this goes to Perry and right back to Scott in the corner now to Thatcher. She'll ball fake and over to a wide open Scott. She'll launch it, no good. Perry with the rebound, and that will do it for the first quarter. It's 14-11 Northrop. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running. Play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
It'll be Northside's ball as we get started here in our second quarter. Northside jumped out to a 9-3 lead, but it's pretty much been all Northrop since then as Ruel will inbounds for the Legends. And she'll give it to Coleman, and she'll come across the timeline. She'll have Scott standing on her. Here comes a screen by Ruel. She'll pass it over to Ruel off the little pick and pop. Too far away to do anything with that as Mitchell throws it right side to Wiltshire. Wiltshire looks inside for Coleman. She'll quickly take the jumper. No good. And it comes down to Bravia Datcher. Datcher now with 3 early rebounds. Ooh, off the fingertips of Scott. And we'll see who they're going to say off of Northside. No, they'll say off of Scott's fingertips. And another turnover on Northrop. They're 9th here in the first quarter. Coleman with it now for Northside as she comes to the right side and gives it to Ruel. She's got White on her. The fact that Ruel has 7 points on Tiana White is shocking because White, one of the better defensive players we've seen here in this tournament. There she is right there. She tips it back in bounds and it goes right to Scott. Scott to the hoop, off the glass, and good for Scott. And she's having another one of those type of games for the Northrop Bruins. She's got 11, first player into double figures. She's scored as many as the Legends. Wilkie with it now, picked off. And here comes Tiana White at the rack, misses the bunny, and it comes down to Wilkie. And now we have a timeout on the court, north side. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
So running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Back here at DeKalb, it'll be Northside ball out of the timeout. It'll be Ruel. She'll bring it across the timeline. She'll have Tiana White right in front of her. In the lane is Coleman, and she'll hit the shot. Scott with it now for the Bruins, and she'll go to Tiana White, over to Thatcher. And they'll throw across court to Scott. She'll ball fake. Little runner, teardropper up. No good. Air ball, and it comes down to Coleman. Coleman will go behind the back, but dribbles it right off the leg of Thatcher, and Thatcher will get called for the personal. Coleman with the ball again for Northside, and she'll give it up to Ruel. Ruel will drive right and give it to Wilcher, and they'll run a little weave out front, and she's going to launch a wild three-pointer, and it comes down to Scott. Scott with her fourth rebound, and she'll throw it forward to Datcher, who's run over by Wilcher. It'll be her second, and that should send Datcher to the line to shoot 1-on-1. We'll see how long they leave Wilcher in the lineup. Her sister seems to be okay. She's sitting on the bench. They've also got Mitchell there, and along with Chambers. And here's the first foul shot, and that one by Datcher is good. And the lead 4 for the Bruins. And the second one in and out, and it comes down to Reed of Northside. Coleman with it now, and she'll give it up to Ruel. Ruel will drive left, gets a screen there by Coleman and gives it to Chambers. She'll launch a quick three, and it'll go over the top of the backboard and out of bounds. 5:44 to play here in our quarter. White now to Datcher, and she'll give it up to Scott. Here comes the Northrop Bruins as they'll give left side now to Perry. Perry over to Thatcher. Thatcher thinks about it, picks up her dribble and throws it to Datcher. Cross court to Perry through her hand. She'll pick it up and throw it outside to Scott. Scott over to White. And Thatcher will launch a three. Nope, no good. Hard off the rim, and it comes down to Reed. And now Coleman has it. She'll throw it forward to a wide open Ruel. Left-handed pass over to Chambers off the glass. No good. Gets her own rebound fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Got 5:14 to play here in our first quarter. That foul on 14, Perry. That'll be her first, team's fourth. And Chambers will shoot the first one. And it's good. Chambers with 3. Wilcher out of the lineup. Her sister will replace her. Chambers with a chance to cut the lead to 2. And she'll launch the second one, and that's an air ball wide right. No good. And it'll go over to Northrop, and Northside will pick up full court. Tiana White to inbounds. She'll throw it into Thatcher, and now the double team will come there, and she runs right over Chambers. Thrown ahead now to Scott. She'll tip it to herself. Throw it to Perry. Over to Bragg. Off the glass. No good, and the shortest player on the court will get the rebound. Chambers with it now for Northside, and she'll give it up to Ruel. We are under 5 minutes here in the first half. Good first half for the Legends, to be honest with you. Coleman with it now, back to Wilcher. Wilcher will drive right, gets cut off as Northside will stay in a little bit of a zone. Wilcher with a wild shot, gets her own rebound, and loses it. And it comes down to Northrop. Here comes Thatcher, and she traveled. 10 turnovers now on the Bruins. Turnover gives the ball right back to Northside. 4:30 to play here in our first half. Coleman now with it. She'll drive, gets the ball tipped away, tries to come up with it, and she's flattened by Bragg of Northside. Bragg will pick up her first personal. 5 team fouls now on Northrop. Wilcher will inbound it to, or Ruel will inbound it to Wilcher. She'll shoot a 15-footer high arching shot, no good. Comes down to Ruel, and she'll set up the offense over to Chambers. She'll launch a long three, no good, and it comes down to Perry. And now we've got a loose ball on the court. Tiana White will catch it, and we've got 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Right side now to Perry and back to White. And cross court to Scott. Scott over to Thatcher and picked off by Chambers. She'll race the other way. She bumped on the hip, off the glass, and good. Count it. What a play for Northside. Chambers with the bucket. She'll go to the line, and we'll have subs coming in. Mitchell back in for Northside. She'll replace Reed. Thatcher will come in and replace Thatcher. And we've got ourselves a 1-point game. Chance for Chambers to tie this game up with 3:52 to play here in our first half. Mighty Mouse will take the second one, and it's off, and it's White with the rebound. And now Scott will go the other way, and she's cut off and loses it. Another turnover on the Bruins. Ruel with the left-handed pass to Chambers. Nice little spin move. She'll lose it off her knee and out of bounds. Actually, yes, they will be off of her. I thought the officials were going to give it back to Northside. 3:40 to play in the first half. It's White to inbounds. And she'll inbounds now to Perry, and here comes the double team. She'll have to get rid of it quickly. She does. Turned over again. Chambers in the lane, blocked by Scott, but she'll pick up the personal foul. It'll be her second, and Northside will go back to the line to shoot two. Northrop with 13 turnovers already. Chambers, if she hit all her foul shots, they would be up by 3. Chambers' first offering, up and short off the front of the iron. And we've got a timeout on the court. Northrop will take a quick timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running. Play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Chambers with the chance to tie it up here at 17 with 3:30 to play. Don't forget, doubleheader action here on SummitCitySports.com. It'll be our second game coming up around 7:40. It'll be Carroll, who defeated last night Snyder by 7, and they will take on Huntington North as Chambers hits the second one, and we're tied up at 17. Scott with it now. She's got 2 fouls. She's got to be careful. She'll come into the front court and give it up to Bragg. Bragg now to Datcher. Datcher will fire a quick shot. No good off the front of the iron, and Coleman right there with her 4th rebound. And now Ruel with it, and Northside with a chance to take the lead here in the second quarter. Coleman with it now. Gets a nice little screen there. She'll drive and give it to Wilcher. Wilcher in the corner now to Chambers. She'll turn and fire off the iron. No good. Scott with the board for Northrop. She's got 5, and she'll head the other way in transition. Gets bumped, runs right over Wilcher, and they'll call a charge on Scott. And on Scott, she'll pick up her 3rd foul. Both teams into the bonus here the rest of the way. A whistle, and here comes number 3 into the lineup for Northrop. We haven't seen her at all. That's Spencer in for the first time. And Thatcher back into the lineup for the Bruins. Coleman will bring it up for Northside. Under 3 minutes to play here in our first half. Coleman will give it up to Ruel. Both of them have had really good first halves here for Northside, and they needed that, taking on this good Northrop team. Right side now to Coleman, and she'll launch a quick 3. No good, short, and it comes down to Datcher. Datcher will give it up to White. White fires it forward to Thatcher, and she'll take a quick jump shot, about an 8-footer. No good. Datcher and Wilcher fight forward off the fingers of Datcher and out of bounds. And Northside with the ball once again. Ruel gets the inbounds and gives it right back to Coleman. Right side now to Ruel. She'll get a screen. Drive gets cut off, and now she'll stop and give it right back to Chambers. Chambers right side now to Coleman. She wants to drive on Spencer. She'll instead launch a three. No good. Good block out by Datcher. She'll get her 5th rebound. And now Tiana White with it, and she'll press it forward for Northrop. All the way to the hoop, off the glass. No good, and a tie-up, and it'll stay with Northrop. Be interesting to see the adjustments that Rashada Muhammad makes at halftime. Spencer to inbounds, and she'll throw it into Thatcher. Now over to Bragg, and they'll look inside first, and then right back to Thatcher. She'll back it out and give it to Spencer, and she'll launch a three. No good off the iron, and Bragg with the board. She'll turn, go to the hoop, and fouled by Wilcher. So Bragg with the chance to give the Bruins the lead, and Reed and Chambers up off the bench for the Legends, and they'll check in. They'll need to come in because it's 1-1, and that will replace Wilcher and Mitchell. Chance for Bragg to give the Bruins the lead. They've been stuck on 17 for a while. No good. Tip by Chambers, and she was standing out of bounds, and it'll go back to Northrop. Yeah, the official pointed the wrong direction. It'll stay with Northrop. 1:50 to play here in our first half. It'll be Datcher to inbounds. And watch her throw it in and pop right to the post. And she will, and they knew that was coming, and they double-teamed it. Now Spencer with it. She'll pick up her dribble and go to White. White launches the three. No good. It's off the back of the backboard. No good. Coleman with her 5th board up ahead to Ruel. Good pass over to Chambers. Quick shot. No good, and it comes down to Reed. Reed misses the bunny, and it's tipped around and goes right back to Reed, and she's fouled. And Reed will shoot 2 for Northside. That foul's on number 44, Bragg. She'll pick up her second foul and the team's 9th. So Bragg with the chance to get rid of this tie that we've got. Off the left side of the rim, no good. We'll see if Northside decides to pick up full court. And the second one, in and out, and it comes down to Chambers. She'll give it up to Coleman. Coleman wisely gives it to Chambers and back to Coleman. Coleman launches a three. Tipped around, and it comes down to Thatcher. And now to White. White in the lane, a layup off the glass, no good. Tips and goes to Spencer. Inside is Datcher, and her runner up and good. She's got 5. Northrop with the 2-point lead. We're under 1 minute to play here in the first half. Coleman with it now back to Ruel. She'll pop a long three wide right, and it'll go out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Northrop. 47.1 seconds to play here in our first half. You can see the legs going away from Northrop. Tiana White is spent already. She hasn't taken a break here in this first half. Without Destiny Jackson, they are short on players tonight. Left side now to Spencer. Spencer back outside to Thatcher with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Over to Bragg. And now to Tiana White, and she'll go into the corner to Thatcher now with it. And they're trying to set up a play. Spencer with it now. 20 seconds to play, and they'll throw it in the corner to White. White inside to Datcher. She's got position, gets bumped, loses the ball, and it'll be a tie-up, and it'll be Northside's ball. They've got a chance to tie it up as Datcher lost her footing and fell down. See if Coleman lets this ball roll. And Thatcher will come up and pick her up, so she'll have to pick it up. 10 seconds to play here in the first half. Coleman with the crossover in the lane, blocked by Datcher. And can she get a shot off? She'll throw it up, and she is flattened on the play. And she'll shoot 2. Chambers will pick up her first personal, and that'll send Thatcher to the line with 1.9 to play here in our first half. Thatcher's been there, it seems like the whole game. Her legs are just gone. You can see it right there. She could barely bend her knees to shoot that foul shot. Rashada Muhammad going to have to figure out something to give her girls some breaks here in the second half. Thatcher's second one will roll around and go in. And a quick throw forward to Chambers. That will do it for the first half, 20-17. Northrop over north side. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back with the scoring. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on. Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The IU game. Back here live at DeKalb High School, it is Northrop leading a close one here against the Northside Legends, 20-17. Behind the hot scoring of Scott in the first half with 11 points. Well, it's always nice here in the second season that we get a chance to do interviews with coaches, and I'm joined here by Mark Redding, the head coach of Carroll High School. Congratulations on the big win last night.
Well, thank you.
So last Friday you got beat by Snyder.
Yeah.
What changed between now and then? Was it because you didn't have school for the whole week, or?
You know, believe it or not, that did help us because, you know, playing them on Friday, we had a kind of a practice on Saturday and then Monday. And truthfully, if we had to play Tuesday, we went and changed a lot of the offense because of the way their zone was. And because it got pushed back, it gave us 2 extra days to really refine that. And I think that really helped us.
Yeah, and I looked back at the stats last night. I think you guys only turned the ball over twice in the second half.
Correct.
That helps.
It does. And that was, you know, we turned it over 18 times the last time we played them, and so we had to find ways. They're very aggressive up top. They like their wings come up, and they take that weak side pass away from us. So we had to come up with ways of making our passes shorter so we didn't have to make long passes where they would jump them and get layups out of them.
I think last night I noticed a lot of ball fakes.
Yeah.
Your guards did a really good job of getting the Snyder players out of the lanes, especially Olivia Hetman.
Yeah.
And I made a comment last night. She is a better shooter than her dad was.
I don't know. I'm not going to.
I played with him in high school.
I'm taking the fifth on that one.
But she did a great job last night controlling the offense, and then you got some help from all your. You really run mostly a guard-oriented offense. You have a little bit of lack of size, and some people said, "How do you beat Homestead?" I said, "You got a ball fake. If you don't, they're going to jump the lanes and get you." And your guards did a great job last night.
And that's the plus of playing a team before and then coming back after playing again. You learn now as a coach when you tell them you have to ball fake, and now they understand why. And so we were able to get that across to them. And I thought, like you said, we did a very good job of being more patient. We didn't take quick shots. And I think we were moving the ball so much better, and it gave us better looks and better opportunities. And you know, that cut down on their transition. You know, we were trying to make sure they weren't getting into transition, because that's when they're really tough. And so I thought we did a nice job of being more patient and keeping them away from transition.
Your spacing was really good last night too. A lot of patience. I mean, I was really impressed with Williams and Parrott and of course Olivia Hepner last night. I just thought up here they played really well, and they slowed the game down mentally and physically.
And that was the thing we talked about. We can't get into up and down, especially with Snyder, because that's what we did the first time, and they took advantage of that. So we learned from that and said we have to be more patient. We have to slow the ball down and work the ball around. And I thought our girls did a nice job. You know, the thing that helped us, you know, Snyder wasn't hitting shots, and that was our advantage, because we were able to come back after a while, and I think our girls held the composure. And one thing I'd say about this sectional, if you look at all the teams in the sectionals, we all lost a lot of players.
You're right.
Yep. And so this was the first time a lot of our girls ever played in a sectional game. And so we knew coming in that how is our girls going to respond to this, because this is all new to them. And I thought our girls did a nice job, particularly when we got behind early on. I thought our girls held their composure pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you got East Noble. I see you already played them once. It was early, but you played them early in the season. And what's the game plan for them tonight?
Well, the thing is when you play a team twice, and there's one thing about a young team, you beat the team, and then you overlook them, you don't take them as seriously, and then that's when you get beat. And, you know, when we played Dwenger in the holiday tournament, you know, we beat them in the holiday tournament, then they came to our place and they beat us. Well, because in our mind we thought, hey, we beat them once before. And that's just the mindset of a young team. They just take things for granted. And today we just had to make sure we come out and play the game we're capable of playing. And we're gonna try to make the tempo quicker and try to make them speed the game up. But again, we got to do it under control, because sometimes we speed the game up and we just foul all over the place. So we got to keep them off the foul line.
Well, good. We wish you the best of luck here in the second semifinal. That game hopefully will get started around about 7:40, and you can get home and find out who won the Indiana-Michigan State game. And if you have a score, text it to Coach Redding here. He'd like to know who's doing it. By the way, how are your sons doing?
They're doing very well. Unfortunately, Louisville lost today to North Carolina, but they played well. So I was, you know, they're doing better than what people expected, and they're going to be a fun team to watch.
Absolutely. Well, good luck in the second one, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night in the championship game.
All right. Thanks.
That was Mark Redding, the head coach at Carroll High School. His girls will play a little bit later tonight as they will take on East Noble, and I thoroughly look forward to seeing them in the championship come Monday night. The unofficial scoring here in the first half. First for Northside, and they had a good game in the first half. Mitchell with 2, Ruel with 7, 6 by Chambers, and 2 from Coleman. They're 1 for 9 from the line. Meanwhile, for Northrop, they've got 11 from Scott, 3 from White, and 6 from Datcher. And they also struggling at the line, just 3 of 11. So why don't we take our final timeout? When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on. Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007.
We are ready to go here in the second half at our sectional here in DeKalb. It'll be Northrop ball. Scott now to Datcher, and Datcher will go right, throws it inside, and picked off. Another turnover on Northrop, and off to the races goes Roy, and she'll go up and hit the layup, and she's got 9. And we've got a whistle on the court, and the ball will go right back to the Legends. On another turnover on Northrop, they've got 15. Roy with the ball, and we've got a 1-point game. Roy will have White on her, and over to Coleman. Coleman spots up, launches off the back of the iron. No good. Tipped, and it comes, well, it hasn't come down to anybody, and now it comes down to White. White with it now to Thatcher. She'll go the other way, and she's fouled there by Wilcher, and she'll shoot 2. Thatcher with the chance for Northrop to extend their lead. Last check, I saw Woodland was beating Concordia, I believe. Try to get you some scores here in the second half as Thatcher launches and misses the first one. And Thatcher will shoot the second one here. And it's good. Thatcher on the board with her first points, and it's a 2-point game. And another loose ball on the court. It'll stay with North Side. And Roy will inbounds. And she'll give it to Coleman. Coleman now to Roy, and Roy will go left and kick it outside to Wilcher. Wilcher will go at the bucket and kick it out to Wilcher. Her sister, she'll launch, and couldn't tell if that drew iron or not. It was just a weird angle from here, but it goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Northrop. And White to inbounds. She'll give it to Datcher. Datcher back to White, and she'll throw it ahead, and it's tipped. And it comes down to North Side. Wilcher comes up with a loose ball. She'll go to the hoop, hard to the hoop, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Legends as she is fouled by Dravia Datcher. Dravia Datcher with her second, team's first. North Side likes this kind of a muddled game. You know, this would be a good game you would say would be played in the mud, and that's what they're doing here, is getting Northrop out of their game plan. Wilcher will launch. She likes to put a lot of arch on it, and she does, and it's off the back of the iron. 6:41 to play here in our third quarter. The winner of this advances to Monday night's championship game. They'll play the winner of either East Noble or Carroll. And Wilcher's second one in and out, and Datcher up and with the rebound, and here comes Scott for Northrop. She'll go right to the hoop off the front of the iron. No good. Tip, and it comes down to Roy. Roy will go the other way, pull up, pop, and shoot off the iron. No good, and it comes down to Wilcher. And then it's picked off and lost out of bounds. We've got a whistle, and it looks like Perry will check back in for Northrop, and she'll replace Scott. Scott with 3 fouls, so they'll try to get some good quality minutes out of Perry here early in this second half. Roy to inbounds. And it's kicked out of bounds by White. And it's inbounds now to Coleman. 6:20 to play here in the third quarter. She'll get a screen there by Mitchell, and then she'll launch it. And are they going to call an offensive foul on the Legends? The foul's on Roy. It'll be her first, team second. We have a timeout on the court, Northrop. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
A running play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
It'll be Northrop ball out of the timeout, and it's fired into Perry, and she'll send it ahead to Thatcher. Thatcher will go right at the rack, cut off, and it's a charge as Wilcher steps in front of Thatcher. She'll pick up her second, and that will be the team's second here in the half. Coleman inbounds to Roy, and now right back to Coleman. Roy across the timeline, and she'll give it up to Wilcher. Wilcher loses it and picks it up. And she'll throw it, and White picks it off, and she'll go the other way. She'll go right to the hoop. Left-handed layup up and good for Tiana White. White now with 5 and the lead out to 4 for Northrop. Coleman right side to Wilcher and now to Roy. Roy will drive in, stop, gives it inside, and it's tipped away and picked off by Northrop. Tiana White with it again. She'll turn it over. Northrop now with a ton of turnovers, and then they'll take it right back. White now to Datcher, and both teams a little bit out of control here as we get to the midway point of this third quarter. Northrop now with 18 turnovers on the season, averaging 20. And you can really see the legs starting to go away from some of the Northrop girls. Now, we mentioned it late in the first half, but Datcher and a couple of the girls really starting to put their hands on their hips a lot. They played a lot of minutes last night. A travel on Wilcher and the ball back to Northrop. They played a lot of minutes last night. Couldn't go deep in the bench. We have not seen Destiny Jackson here tonight in this game. Not sure if she's injured or just not playing tonight for Northrop. Chambers will come back in for Northside. And there's a run out by Datcher, and she'll go right to the hoop, hit the layup, and she's got 8. Largest lead of the game now for Northrop at 6. Over to a wide open Roy. She'll launch a 3, and it's good. And she's got 12. A big bucket there for the Legends. Thatcher around the defense and over to Bragg off the glass. No good, and it comes down to Chambers. Chambers now to Roy, and she'll give it right back to Chambers. Chambers across the timeline. And over to Roy, and Northrop will set up, or Northside will set up their offense. Chambers will launch a quick 3. That's off the side of the iron. No good, and Thatcher with the rebound for Northrop. Northrop now on the move. It's Perry with it. She'll stop and reset it and give it to Tiana White. And over to Thatcher. She's open for a 3, and she'll launch it, and it'll roll around and go in. Thatcher now with 4. The lead back to 6. 4:10 to play here in our third quarter. We'll have subs at the next dead ball for both teams. Coleman will reverse it and give it to Chambers. And Chambers over to Roy. Roy now, nobody picks her up. She'll launch a 16-footer off the back of the iron. No good, tipped out of bounds by Perry of Northrop, and the ball will stay with Northside as Reed checks in and replaces Mitchell. The Datcher will check out, and Spencer will check in. So a chance now for Rashada Muhammad to get some meaningful minutes. Good look inside and missed, and it comes right to Coleman, gets her own rebound, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Spencer will pick up her first, and that'll be the team's third. Got 3:49 to play here in our third quarter. This is the first game of our doubleheader here tonight. It's the first semifinal. And Northside will launch, and it's good. Coleman now with 3. Telling you, if Northside was hitting their free throws tonight, they would be up by about 2 or 3 points. They're shooting just 2 of 12 from the line. And Coleman's second one, no good. Tipped, and Reed with the board. Misses the bunny, and it comes down to White, and Wilcher fouls her. And now the Legends will come up and they'll pick up full court with 3:46 to play here in our third quarter. White now over the left side to Bragg. Bragg turns and gives it to Perry, and now to Spencer. Spencer has it tipped away, and then no signal. It'll stay with Northrop. Jamie Wappis' Legends team with a good game plan here tonight against Northrop. It'll be Thatcher to inbounds. Quickly over to White. She'll launch about a 14-footer, and it's good. 7 now for White. And the lead, the biggest lead of the night for Northrop at 7. Coleman with it now to Chambers. Chambers will back it out. Get a screen there by Wilcher and continue to go right. Gets another screen, and now she's trapped over there. She throws it off of Perry, and a timeout on the court, north side. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Running play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, the University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Back here at DeKalb, we're midway through the third quarter. It's Northrop leading Northside 30-23. That's a good song. Little White Snake. Last night you were dancing to this music, my friend Rhino. It'll be Coleman to inbounds for Northside. Yeah, she'll throw it into Roy, and Roy will set up the offense. She has Tiana White on her, and she'll drive and kick it back out. The 5-second count is on, and it's thrown through the legs of her teammate, and now Scott with it. She checked in at the last dead ball, and she'll throw it ahead to White. White kicks it outside to a wide open Thatcher. She'll launch a three off the back of the iron. No good. Perry with the board. Loses it, and it comes down to Northside. Roy to the hoop. Left-handed layup up and good. Here comes Thatcher for Northrop. She'll pull up and give it to Perry. Now underneath the Bragg. She loses it. Gets it back, and Reed with the board, and she's fouled by Bragg. Bragg will pick up her third team foul. 3 team fouls now on Northrop here in this quarter. Thatcher will come back in for Northrop. She'll replace Bragg, and we've got 2:37 to play here in this quarter. Roy with 12 points now for Northside. Coleman gets bumped and throws it to Chambers. Chambers will launch a three from the corner, and it's good. Mighty Mouse with another three. It's a 2-point game once again as Perry has it. She'll cross-court it over to Thatcher. Thatcher will slow down the offense, and the clock will tick down to about 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Over in the corner now to Perry, and Perry inside to Thatcher. Thatcher's triple teamed, and a good pass into Scott, and she'll hit the layup. Lead back to 4. 1:57 to play here in our third quarter. Coleman with it, harassed there by Scott. Now to Roy. Roy will stop and pop. Short off the front of the iron, and it comes down to White, and she's fouled by number 3, Wilcher. Wilcher's 4th foul. White now with 5 boards. She also got 7 points. And Chambers up off the bench for the Legends, and she'll come in. And I believe she will have to replace Wilcher in those 4 fouls. White will inbounds, and she'll throw it to Datcher. Datcher catches it like a wide receiver and goes right to the hoop. She'll spin, lose it, but it goes right to the Scott. And she hits another layup. It's Coleman across the timeline. 6-point lead for Northrop. Coleman now will back it out, go behind the back and give it to Roy. Left side now to Coleman. Excuse me, that's Chambers with it, and she'll throw it to Roy. Roy will drive, stop, and get called for a travel. 15 turnovers on the Legends, 1:08 to play here in the third quarter. It's probably a good reason they didn't go with the regional format for this, as these two teams would have played earlier today and then again on tonight, especially since they played just last night. Scott with it, she'll lose it, pick it up, and fire it over to Datcher. Datcher thought about the three and now wisely gives it to Scott. Scott with a three, it's an air ball. I think that might have been tipped. Thrown back in bounds by Datcher to Thatcher off the back of the iron. No good. Tipped out and it goes to White. White ball fakes. A little 12-footer on the way and good. 8-point lead now for Northrop as the clock ticks down under 30 seconds to play here in our third quarter. Coleman will ball fake and give it to Reed. Reed loses it and gives it right back to Coleman. Coleman now to Roy, almost picked off by White. No foul called. And Roy in the corner to Chambers. Mighty Mouse launches another one, and it banks in and goes in from the odd angle. You don't see that one very often. And here comes Scott for Northrop. She'll go right to the hoop, misses it, and she was out of bounds, can't touch the ball. And 5.8 seconds to play here in our third quarter. Two big threes in this quarter by Chambers. Will they get a shot off? They'll roll it into Coleman. She's picked up by Scott, and she'll come the other way. Will she get a shot off? She'll go to the hoop, throw it up with the left hand. No good, and it comes down to Scott, and that will do it for the third quarter. After three, it's Northrop 31, Northrop 36, Northside 31. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running. Play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Ready to start the final quarter of play here in our first semifinal game. It's Northrop leading Northside by 5. Winner of this advances to the Monday night sectional championship game, and they will take on the winner of either East Noble or Carroll, who plays here later tonight right here on SummitCitySports.com. I want to thank our sponsors tonight: Parkview Sports Medicine, Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan, Big Eyed Fish, the University of St. Francis, and of course, Kurt's Mio. It's Roy with the ball now, and she's harassed out there by White. She'll throw it into Coleman. Coleman will drive to the hoop, off her knee, out of bounds, and the ball goes back over to Northrop. And Northside will pick up. Both teams are just 14 fouls here in the second half. Chambers will guard White, and they'll throw it into Datcher. But Datcher back to White, and up top now to Perry. Perry will send it to Thatcher, and she'll travel with the ball. 20 turnovers now on Northrop. The fact that they're winning with those 20 turnovers is amazing, and they have been awful from the foul line as well. And the ball will be tossed in now to Coleman. Coleman's got Scott on her. And she'll give it to Reed, and now out to Chambers and back to Coleman. Roy with it now. Good move there by Roy. She'll stop and give it to Coleman. And Coleman to Chambers. Chambers guarded by Perry. She loses it and kicks it to Chambers. She'll launch a quick shot. No good. Air ball, and it comes down to Scott. Scott will head the other direction for Northrop in transition. She'll ball fake, go to the hoop, layup up and good for Scott. And another nice play there by Scott. She now has 17. 7-point lead, the largest lead of the game now for Northrop as Roy has it. They've matched their biggest lead. Left side now to Roy. She's going to launch a three. It's off, no good. It doesn't draw any iron, and Thatcher with the board, and she'll go the other way. Throws it ahead to Scott and picked off by Chambers of North Side. And that ball is almost picked off. It does go off of Roy and out of bounds. And we have a whistle, and here comes a sub. It's Bragg back in for Datcher with 6:25 to play here in our final quarter. White will inbounds now to Scott. And to White. Northrop will try to run a little bit of clock here. Perry now left side to Bragg. Bragg in the corner to Tiana White. And she'll give it to Thatcher. 6 minutes to play here in our final quarter. Perry with it. North side in that 2-3 zone. Ball faking right back to White. And back over to Thatcher. She'll go baseline, pull up and shoot about an 8-footer. Off the iron, no good, and Coleman with the rebound. She'll go the other way, almost loses it. It's knocked out of bounds by Scott, and the Legends will keep the ball. And Coleman will inbounds now to Chambers. Now to Coleman. She's got some high screens there. She'll use one and kick it into the corner to Chambers. She'll launch a three. Air ball, a turnover on north side, and here comes the Bruins. Thatcher now in transition, goes to the hoop, off the glass, no good. Coleman with another board, her 8th. She'll send it forward now, and it'll be picked up by Roy. She'll go up with the left hand, miss it, and Scott with the board. Scott now will go the other way for Northrop. She'll ball fake, go to the hoop, hits the bucket, and the blocking foul called on Coleman of North Side. Coleman will pick up her 3rd, and that'll send Scott to the line to shoot the and one. 5:16 to play. A whistle, and Datcher will come back in for Tiana White. Tiana White needed that break. She hasn't had a break in almost 2 full games. She was probably looking over at Coach Muhammad and saying, what do I got to do to get a quick time out here, Coach? And Scott hits the free throw. And Northrop leads by 10. Coleman now with it, over to Roy. Roy will back it out between the circles and go left side now to Chambers. And here comes Roy around the screen. She'll catch it, drive left. Got a straight right to the basket, layup and missed it. Thatcher with it, and we've got a whistle on the court. Fouls on north side. I believe Chambers will pick up the foul. Chambers will pick up the foul. That'll be her 3rd and the team's 6th. So that'll put Northside in the bonus the rest of the way. Excuse me, put Northrop in the bonus the rest of the way. Left side now to Perry. Perry on the wing will send it back to Thatcher and around to Scott. Northrop in no hurry here. Good look inside to Thatcher. Off the glass, misses the shot, but Bragg with the rebound, and she puts it back, and Northrop starting to impose their will. 4:29 to play here in our final quarter. It's Coleman with the ball behind the back. Scott and her tie it up, and it'll go back to Northrop. And Mitchell will come back in now for the Legends. She'll replace Chamber. White will come back in for Northrop, and she'll give Perry a break. 4:22 to play here in our final quarter. White throws it in now to Scott. And she'll go right side now to Thatcher. Northrop in no hurry, and Datcher with it now. Datcher cross courts it to White. She'll go drive baseline. A little floater on the way, and good. White now with 11. We've got a whistle and a timeout. It's all Northrop here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
So running play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
It'll be Northside's ball after the timeout. It'll be Chambers to inbounds. She's waiting for somebody to come down and get the ball from her. They're wiping up some water that got on the floor during the timeout. Don't forget, after this game, we'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll come back with live action of our second semifinal as East Noble will take on Carroll. Carroll victorious last night by 7 over Snyder. At halftime of this game, we had Mark Redding on, and he really talked about how well his team did in the second meeting against Snyder. It'll be Roy with the ball now. Northside's got to show a little bit of sense of urgency. Roy will get around one and give it to Wilcher. Wilcher throws it, tipped away by White. She catches the loose ball, up with the left hand and good. And we've got a travel called on Northside. They've now got 20 turnovers. 13 points for Tiana White, but I'll tell you where she's done it on is on the defensive end for Northrop. And here's a long throw and a run out by Scott. She'll miss the layup, and Coleman with the rebound. And she'll head the other way. She'll lose it. Goes up in the lane, off the glass, no good, and Datcher with the rebound. Datcher throws it way ahead to Thatcher. Can't you catch up to it? And it's a turnover on Northrop. They're 22nd, and here comes Roy for Northside. She'll get in the lane, and it's knocked away by Bragg. And now we have a tie-up on the floor, and the ball will stay with the Legends. A 16-point lead here for Northrop as Roy to inbounds. Roy's got to find somebody and finds Wilcher. Wilcher decides to shoot a three from dead on. No good. And Datcher with another rebound, her 8th. And she'll give the ball up to Scott. Scott between the legs, and she'll slow it up. 3 minutes to play here as Thatcher will launch a three. No good, and it's Chambers with the rebound. And Coleman with it, and she'll throw it in the corner to Roy. Roy will drive. She's fouled there by Bragg, and Bragg will pick up her 4th. But Northrop has some fouls to play with here, as that'll only be their team's 5th. Second game probably will start roughly closer to 7:40 here. There's the ball tipped out of bounds by White. Roy inbounds now to Chambers, and she'll spin and give it to Wilcher. Wilcher ball fakes, goes right to the hoop, has a layup, and good. And Bragg goes down hard on the play as Michaela Wilcher hits her first bucket. Scott with it now, and she's harassed there by Wilcher. Around her and underneath to a wide open Datcher. Layup up and good. Datcher now into double figures with 10. And the lead back to 16. 2:20 to play here in our final quarter. Chambers with a wild shot, and it comes down, and it's a turnover on north side. Datcher with it now, and she'll give it to Scott. Good lead pass for Scott. Underneath to White. White with a quick shot, up and good. Tiana White with a very good game tonight for Northrop. Left-handed pass to Wilcher. Wilcher around a couple players, up off the glass, fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the legs completely gone from Datcher. And she looks at the bench at Coach Muhammad and says, I'll take a break. Fouls on Bragg, and that'll be her 5th, and she'll be done for the night. She'll end the game with just 2 points. And Perry will come back in for her. Looking at the bench, and here comes Bragg's going to go back to the front of the bench. I thought they were going to bring another sub in as Wilcher will shoot 2. Wilcher's first one good. Wilcher with 3. And Wilcher with another chance to cut into the lead. Off the back of the iron, no good, and Scott with the board. She's got 8 boards, and the ball's loose on the ground. She'll turn and just fire it forward. Thatcher loses it, and it comes back to north side. In the lane is Roy. She'll back it out and give it to Chambers. She'll launch a quick shot. No good, and it comes down to Coleman. Coleman up with it, and good. Coleman with 10 rebounds for north side. And now Datcher with it, and she's fouled by Wilcher. And on Wilcher, that will be her 4th, and that'll send Dravia Datcher to the line to shoot 1-1. Dravia Datcher with a chance to extend the lead. Her first one off the front of the rim and good. She's got 13. Second one up and good as well, now 14. .120 to play as Coleman tries to get around Scott, and she's going to get called for a carry. Ball's off the rim, rebounded by Datcher. She'll go up strong with it, and she's fouled. Wilcher will pick up her 5th foul, and that'll be the end of her night. She'll finish the night with 3 points and 2 rebounds, and we'll see who the sub is. And it looks like Mitchell will come back in for Wilcher. And Datcher's first one off the front of the iron. Looks like Northrop's going to hold on here tonight. They'll advance to Monday night's final championship game here at the DeKalb sectional. And they'll take on the winner of either Carroll or East Noble, and we'll have a foul called on Thatcher of Northrop, and she's got to be careful of not picking up a technical. Thatcher's 4th foul, and that will send Roy to the line to shoot 1-1, and her and Thatcher having some words after the play, and Coach Muhammad grabbing Thatcher and telling her to keep her mouth shut here with 1:10 to play. And Roy's first one in and out, tipped around and comes down to Coleman. Coleman in the lane. Her runner is up, and she's fouled by Tiana White. White will pick up her first team foul, and that'll send the Legends back to the line to shoot 2. Coleman at the line shooting for North Side. Coleman's free throw up and good. Coleman now with 6, but she's done all her work on the board. She's got 11 rebounds for the Legends tonight. And Coleman's second one, a line drive, is good. And there's a quick whistle, and the ball will stay with Northrop, 1:05 to play. 15-point lead for the Bruins. See if they try to throw it long. They do, and Scott will be able to catch up to that. She'll go right to the hoop, misses the layup. Datcher with the rebound and hits the bucket. And she's got 16, and she's one more rebound, and she'll have a double-double. Coleman with it now, and she'll kick it in the corner to Wilcher. Wilcher launches, no good, and it comes down to Tiana White. White with 7 boards, and we've got a foul on Coleman. Coleman's 4th, and that will send White the other way to shoot for Northrop. 46.5 seconds to play here in our game. Looks like we will start our second game. I'm going to say closer to 7:45. Tiana White at the line. She's got 13 points, and she's also got 7 rebounds. But where she's been dynamite tonight is on the defensive end. White will shoot the first one in and out, and it comes down to Wilcher. Coleman with it now. She'll go right to the hoop, a little layup, scoop shot up, no good. And Thatcher with the rebound, and she'll give it up to Datcher. Datcher wants to score. She'll go the other way. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul on Datcher as she flattens Wilcher with the forearm. Luckily, she's not called for a technical. Datcher with her third. Actually, they'll say it's just her second. And we've got a whistle. Northside going to use a timeout here. We'll stay right here during the timeout. I think it's just going to be a 30-second timeout. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'd like to thank our other sponsors tonight, Parkview Sports Medicine, Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan, Big Eyed Fish, the University of St. Francis, and Kurt's Meal. Also want to thank the entire staff here at DeKalb High School as they've hosted us here last night and tonight, and hopefully we'll be back on Monday to do the championship game. Northrop will face the winner of East Noble or Carroll, who will come up about 25 minutes from now here on SummitCitySports.com. 31 seconds to play. Let's see, Datcher is in the game. If she gets a rebound here off the final shot, she'll have a double-double. Roy with it now. She'll cross-court it. Picked off by Scott. And she'll just slow down. And I think that will do it here as she'll dribble it out between the circles. Datcher with the ball. And Datcher with it again. And Roy's going to come out and bump her. And a turnover. 1 second. Mighty Mouse to the hoop. No good. The shot's after the buzzer, and that will do it. It's Northrop 55, Northside 38. And I think the officials will keep an eye on these girls as they go through the line. So we'll take a look at the final scoring first for Northside on the season. They'll finish the season 5-17. Coach Jamie Wappus' team is scoring for her tonight. She got 2 from Mitchell, 14 from Roy, 3 from Michaela Wilcher, 12 from Chambers, and 7 from Coleman. Coleman also with 11 boards tonight for Northside. For Northrop, they had a pretty balanced scoring attack. They got 20 points and 8 rebounds from Scott. They got 4 points from Thatcher, 16 points from Datcher, also with 9 boards, 2 points from Bragg. But tonight's Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game will be Tiana White. And she will finish the game tonight with 13 points and 7 rebounds. So that'll do it for our first game. Thank you for watching here on SummitCitySports.com. We'll be back in about 20 minutes. For my cameraman, Ryan Stillebauer, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on. Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.